Concatenation and f-strings in Python. Why does this code fail? Do you know? Let's take a look at simple concatenation in Python. Here we have two variables. We want to join them together and print the result. We need to add a space character in between them, so you can use the plus operator. That's the first name. That's the last name. Running this, you can see we get the name James Smith. Now, this is the interesting one. We have age and we want to print the word age, a colon and a space character over here, and we want to print the age variable here, which contains the number 25. Running this, you can see we get the error, can only concatenate string, not int. Since this is a string, the first part, and you want to add in a number, Python doesn't like that. So what you need to do instead is do the same thing as before, but around your variable age, add in the string class. String class has a default constructor and it accepts multiple data types. And one of them that it accepts is integer. By putting integer into this method, it will convert it to a string. And then when we try and run this, you can see we get the expected results. So don't do it without converting it to a string data type first. There's a better way of doing this, which I will show you shortly. But before I do that, you can see a problem with this long version of string concatenation. This looks very messy. You have a lot of pluses that you have to use. You have to add in spaces here and put the quotation marks and then put the variable name in. Then put another plus. You have to use this function to convert the integer into a string. And finally, you get the output shown here. But with f-string, all that becomes simplified. And with f-string, one of the first things I want you to notice is you no longer have to add in the str conversion method around the age. F-string automatically does it. All you have to do is add an f at the beginning, so open quotation mark. Before you do that, you need to add an f, the letter f, and then you put your string. But whenever you want a variable to be displayed, just add it in these curly braces. By adding them in curly braces, Python will detect that as a variable name, while anything that's not in curly braces, it will detect as normal common string. And you can then use things like expressions within the curly braces. So you can do addition or anything that can be coded. Here you can also call a function. So running this, you can see the sum of x plus y is 8. It's shown. So it has done the mathematical calculation within these curly braces. And then you can see you can also call method names. And you will get the output here, a string over here. And then the actual name is converted by calling the method. And this is all done with the power of f-strings in Python. So I would avoid using the plus operator and instead use f-strings where possible.